Right. The next show we have, I'm excited to see as well. We have 2 shows left. This one is Waiting for a Friend.
Hello, Stephen. This is a surprise.
Is it? A pleasant one?
Yeah. Sure.
How are you?
Good. I'm good.
It's been a long time.
It has.
How long?
Years. Many years.
How many?
You really asking me?
I am.
Does it matter?
Oh, do you know?
34 years, I guess.
You guess?
No, this isn't what I need. Not today. It's been 34 years, 8 months, and 14 days. But who's counting? A lifetime.
Lifetime.
I made it past 50. The big 5 of
Well,
them.
that's good.
Woo!
I guess so. So now you're the grizzled old man, huh?
Grizzled?
Yeah, you know, with all that wisdom etched on your face.
I guess so.
Yeah, man, 50, that's old.
It is. At least I always thought so when I was a kid. You know, seeing my parents and aunts and uncles and wondering if I was ever going to make it to that age. Moreover, wondering if I ever even wanted to make it to that age.
So what happened? I catch you at a bad time here? Or there's somewhere else you need to be?
There's always someplace I have to be.
Well, I don't want to keep you.
Oh, I got time. I just didn't know you'd be stopping by.
Well, don't you really mean to say, why am I here?
No.
No?
No. Okay, yeah, I am wondering why.
I don't know, I came to shoot the shit a little bit, you know? Remember stuff. Like that night way back when we became friends.
Sure.
You hesitate.
Hey, you testing me again?
Oh, your words, not mine, but doesn't sound like you remember.
I remember. Or maybe not all of it, but enough. We met October of 9th grade. End of an Indian summer. The exact circumstances elude me. Where we were going, what we were doing. Trying to read faint impressions left after erasing pencil marks. They were snippets of recollection, but none I could really remember.
Need some help?
We ran into each other looking for a party, right? Met up with some guys from Deerfield and walked all over town, then across Hobart on a Glenwood, probably.
Talked about all the hot girls at school.
We did.
And playing freshman soccer.
And become famous when we grew older. Now that I think I do remember.
What else?
What else?
Huh.
The truth is, the night Stephen and I met, we walked all over our hometown, but no place like ours. We met up with some friends from school and left them to join others. We talked about everything, even if I can't remember any of that. We didn't care where we were going or what we were doing. We lived just for the moment ahead of us. I got the overall theme right.
Yeah, the devil's in the details.
I was there. I lived it.
Yeah, so did I.
So you did.
Yeah, but, you know, it stays in the past, right?
Is that a question?
Oh, you tell me.
Or does it matter?
Yeah, you know, 'cause, after that, you and I, we hung out a lot, you know, with Chucky, Kenny, Preston, remember? Just, working on our mopeds, listening to the cars, and fucking band.
Fucking hell.
Oh, dude, you gotta give me a little more of that. Come on, man. Eddie on guitar, Alex on drums, David Lee Roth wailing, fucking band.
Fucking hell.
Oh, we busted chops.
Is there a lot of that?
Oh, remember we called Sue and Lisa on the phone all the time, or we walked up the corner from your house to like Kathy's or Laura's, you know? The stuff we did, man, it didn't even have to be a big deal.
No. It didn't. Most of the time it was just kind of ordinary.
Yeah, even you in there, it's still pretty damn good.
Yeah, I suppose it was.
Hey, you remember the water fight?
What?
The water fight, the one we had that one summer in my house? Well, in my house?
Oh, God, the water fight. That was not ordinary.
No, it wasn't.
It was wrong. Very wrong.
It made things better back then, you know what I mean.
No, I don't. What do you mean better?
Doing those daring, crazy, insane things, man, that was living.
That time passed long ago.
You just can't be wild or spontaneous now.
Yeah. exactly what I mean.
Why?
Why? Because I'm an adult.
Oh,
I've got responsibilities.
responsibility.
I just can't do ridiculous things like that.
You see, you proved my point.
I didn't prove anything. It's just foolish.
No, it's adult. Yeah, that water fight was memorable.
Yeah, it was. On a mid-August afternoon, a garden hose and parentally unattended house were requisites for Stephen and myself and our friend Ira to get into mischief on steroids fun that would highlight one of the most bizarre afternoons of our entire lives. It was impetuous yet calculated, chaotically stupid yet brilliantly fun, over-the-top irresponsible and absolutely perfect.
Well, you know, you guys did start it.
We?
Yeah, you're the water pistols.
Yeah, you're right, we did. The battle at humble beginnings. Ira and I were spraying Stephen with water as he meticulously polished the chrome on his moped exhaust. Shortly afterwards, basking in the sun, enjoying our apparent victory, we were ambushed, full blast with the garden hose. Bidding a hasty retreat into the house, we felt obligated to return fire, where our request for a ceasefire was denied. Now I know how wars escalate. You live with recklessness. It was your nature. I always ended that.
Well, I had to get you guys back.
Even if it meant spraying water into the living room window.
Yeah.
Into the living room window.
Well, yeah, what was I supposed to do? You guys controlled the second floor. I needed some ammunition.
I'm sure you thought so. Soon after the battle moved into the kitchen, where Ira and I emerged victorious. In the end, the water fight left devastation across the interior landscape, and the carpeting gushed under our feet and left the impressions of our shoes long after we stepped on them. Stephen, we were throwing buckets of water into your house. Buckets! What were we thinking?
Yeah, my mom hardly noticed.
You should have been sent to boarding school. We should have been grounded to college.
We survived.
We were lucky.
Hey, sometimes you have to be, you know? Oh, man, I miss that house. You ever drive by?
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
Rarely. I didn't have the heart to tell Stephen that the few times I did park at 44 Sunset Drive, I felt the years strip away, and I would see the house as it had been. Knocking on the door, and Stephen's mother answering. I'd run on by into the kitchen, we'd polish off a can of Pringles. Tools scattered all over the driveway, music blaring, Stephen tinkering on his moped. We'd hear the roar of engines and other would-be mechanics would pull up. Or later on at night, a light on up in Stephen's room. We'd all be laughing and joking, trying to chase down rumors of a party someplace in town.
So, tell me, how are you?
You asked me that already.
Hey, you never answered.
Oh, yeah. I'm good.
All right, now tell me the truth.
True. I'm not sure I know how to answer that. I'm not even sure I have the time to answer that. I'm fine.
Tired? Weary? Feeling old?
Well, my back does sometimes hurt. And my legs are heavy. And yeah, I am tired. Real tired. I got a lot on my plate. You don't want to hear about my problems.
Yeah, problems are boring, dude.
Yeah. I suppose they are. But back then they weren't, see? Back then problems were all consuming, so that if things didn't work out the way you wanted to, well then your whole world just fell apart. Did Veronica like me? Would I make the varsity team next year? Would my mother punish me because the Pyrex dish I put in the microwave oven to heat leftover lasagna broke into a dozen coils? Now? I worried about making payroll and watching dementia steal my mother's personality. Questioning if my 50-plus years equates to a lifetime. Wondering, moreover, still if I've made my mark.
Yeah, life just keeps rolling along, right?
See, now what was he getting at? Was Stephen upset over the tragedy that his life was cut short? We all like to believe that we're indispensable so that tragedy never touches us. I mean, if no one hears us, does it matter at all? The truth is this. Death is ubiquitous. Death is final, death is close, death has each and every one of us in its grips, every moment of every day. Whether we turn on the television, read the newspaper, or get a phone call at home that our friend was killed in a motorcycle accident. It's not my fault some guy couldn't stop when Stephen tried to cross Kennedy Parkway on his bike. I mean, he always pushed the razor's edge thinking he was invincible. That day he lost. We lost. I lost. I wanted more than anything to express my rage and break out of the quiet solitude that had held my angst inside for so long, but what was the only thing I could do? It was the only thing I did do. I held back my tears. Yeah, I guess life just keeps rolling along.
All right, so tell me.
About what?
About life, you know, yours.
So what good would any of this do? Stephen's whole world was experienced as a teenager. How could he possibly understand all of life's implications, good, bad, intended or unintended, that I'd had? Or that I personally had come to face my own mortality not too long ago and realized that my life's window was narrowing with each passing year, and that someday soon I would have to face everything, having come into one long, twisted route to my destiny. I can't complain. I went to a good college, then grad school out in LA. It was everything Stephen's brother said it would be. Great beaches, sunshine, beautiful girls. I lived there 7 years. But I moved back to Jersey for my mother. She's not in Short Hills anymore. She had to move after the divorce. I was close with my sister, then we weren't. Now we are again. You know, I had a thing for you back in school.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I made a few friends. I started a business. I worked too hard. I should have more in the bank, but I don't. I guess you could say I built a life.
Life. You know, I'm disappointed in you.
Disappointed.
Gee, you sound as if you become so passive, almost even afraid.
Hey, I lived through the LA riots, for Christ's sake.
No, I'm talking about the fear of getting old, just riding out the rest of your time. You know, how often do you do something now, spur of the moment, without worrying about the time or if you have to wake up early in the morning?
Stephen, you haven't heard a word I've said.
No, it's a simple question.
I've got responsibilities, problems, concerns. I can't just ignore them.
Why?
Bills, mortgages, an obligation to my mother. And yes, I do consider the consequences of my actions. Don't give me that smug look. Your question is naive.
It's in your eyes, man. You lost it.
Lost what?
Your spontaneity, your impulsiveness, your balls.
My balls?
Yeah.
If that's the worst you have to say about me, you know what? I'm not so bad off.
No, you're wrong. See, you're letting your problems and worries dictate your life. You do everything as a reaction to something or someone else.
I told you, it's called being an adult.
It's called dying a little every day.
I'd be better off dying all at once? Maybe if you'd just been a little less reckless, you'd still be alive today.
You're gonna put this all on me.
How could you go and let yourself get killed, huh? How could you allow yourself to be taken from us? I remember one day Stephen telling me that he had narrowly escaped death earlier that morning as his motorcycle skidded out from under him. His voice reverberated with a thrill of him explaining it to me, and I remember arguing with him whether, in fact, it was a victory. But am I going to be completely cross your heart and hope to die honest right now? I envy that he found such thrill in explaining that situation like that. All I know is this: you lived your life with a simmering rage and hostility and anger towards someone or something that made you take chances. You just had to go and tempt fate, didn't you?
You know, I wanted to grow up like everyone
I'm
else.
not sure I believe you. What caused him to test the boundaries and the limits like that? Was it resentment for his parents' divorce? Out of the unfounded rumor that he had been a replacement child for an older sibling who had passed away, or the fact that being a teenager can be one hell of a torturous time. Exalting at the highest heights today and then suffering at the deepest depths tomorrow, and that for some of us can be a lot more difficult than for others.
I loved every moment with you guys. You know, and I lived every moment. You know, I wanted it to go on forever.
Did you?
Yeah, of course I did. You don't know. You know, you couldn't get in my head. No one could. You know what? Let me tell you a little bit about living.
You're going to tell me about living?
Yeah.
About living?
Oh, yeah, about living.
You're your best shot.
You remember we took that midnight ride to 7-Eleven on Morris Avenue to buy a Sara Lee pound cake?
That's it?
No. Remember how good it tasted?
It was just a damn pound cake.
No, it was more than that. We just hopped on our mopeds, t-shirts, shorts, that warm summer air rushing by us, you know, the hum of the engines, you know, nothing else back. See, and what would your life's resume be without that? Same routine of coffee and boardroom meetings, where the biggest thrill of your day will be knowing you're getting an extra hour of sleep that night.
You're right. Everything was so simple and so honest, so pure. Yeah, you're right. That pound cake was damn good.
So you got a nice car now? Air conditioning, stereo?
Yeah.
You don't do that now. What about that time we stayed up all night? Remember we listened to the Cars' first album just over and over and over again? We were trying to figure out how to fix what was wrong with the world. We talked and talked for hours till the sun came up.
We were earnest, weren't we?
Yeah. You ever do that now, though? Stay up late, talk with a friend? You see that? That's a real tragedy. It's been a long time.
Too long.
Why has it been?
Not sure. But I know. In a storage trunk filled with newspaper clippings, trophies, medals, and everything that had been important in my youth, are written pages of my attempt to give meaning to Stephen's death, but I could never adequately express in voice how a part of me was lost forever. My innocence was shattered. How all of us were forced to confront losing a loved one at a time in our lives when we all needed each other the most. I guess I just wanted to say hello and goodbye one more time.
No, see, that's the problem. You can't say goodbye. You always feel that pain, you know? You can never let it go. Those memories we had, they weren't just nonsensical. They built you up to who you are now and who I was.
I know. At the funeral, I stood shoulder to shoulder with everyone alongside the casket, so no one's got to tell me about heartache because I lived it. I experienced it. Heartache so overwhelming, I spent days on the edge of nausea. Lost at school, alone at home. Unable to focus or concentrate on anything about Stephen's death or why he died or how he died. Why he died. The question as haunting as any I would confront over the rest of my life with no reasonable answer. The well-worn conceit is that time heals all wounds, right? Well, I can tell you it's foolish to believe such nonsense because 35 years have done nothing to make me understand or accept his death anymore. It remains the singular of life's moment, and everything afterwards was stained. Yet I still refuse to allow the tragedy and the loss to affect me because there were good times too, lots of them, when Stephen and I and all of our friends lived and laughed and learned about life together. Because they stayed with me too, and they're indelibly marked. Been good to see you. I want you to know our friendship meant everything. It always did.
Hey, never forget me, all right? Promise?
I promise. I close my eyes for a while. I don't know whether I cry or sit in silence. I just know I stay in the darkness of my mind until it's time. I'm sad and I'm tired. I'm lonely, but not fully. I open my eyes. In front of me, I see the light of the rest of my life, however it may unfold. Behind me, the apparitions of 1,000 distant memories disappear down the tunnel. Long again. I can't see anything specific. But when I hold my breath, I can hear the whispers and sound.